Hey, how y'all doing and welcome. This is Tasha Love Oracle, and this is a reading for blood type O for the month of October 2025. All right, so look, blood type O, September was a hell of a month. It was a prosperity month. It was supposed to get you in a place where you were seeing yourself in a state of abundance, seeing yourself in a state of like, right? And I know for me, I definitely experienced some of that as the month came along. But then this was a big problem for O in September because there was a lot of completion. And I hate this to be the first card, but this is just a reminder. And I need you to know that this is a reminder. The only thing that's fucking up your shit right now is this. Right here. The only thing that's stopping you from doing anything, the only thing that's stopping you from accomplishing, the only thing that's going to get into your way, this is it right here. This right here. So for any O's who are still finding themselves in a frustration, and look, blood type O, we are half the fucking planet, right? 40% of us is blood type, is not blood type, is O positive. There's about 9% that is negative. Those are the ones that give blood to everybody. We could only, the positives can give blood to all the positives, but negative can give blood to everybody. So you, out of everybody, got to get your mind together. Because you're the one feeding the source. You're the one feeding this energy. It's you. You understand? Like, when I think about blood type Bs, and I think about the confidence that they carry, right? And they're only about 10% of the population. Imagine being 50% of the population. That's black, white, Spanish, Latino. That's across the board. That's in every single race, by the way. And it is super prominent in black, white, Latinos. Super prominent. And even though to me, Latinos, look, some of y'all carry a lot of the white, and most of y'all, look, once you got melanin in your skin, your ass is black. And I know people going, you know what I'm saying? Spanish is your language. That's where everybody gets tied up at. But I won't get political and I won't get no further than that right there. But here's the thing with that. Being 50% of the population, you have to be so in control of your thoughts, your words, and your actions, because you are the ones that's dictating most of what the food is. You're dictating. We're the dictators of the planet. You understand? And not in a sense of dominance and control, but we're the dominant blood type on the planet. So you have to understand that energy is pumping. So if you guys are frustrated, just even without you ever giving blood in your life, without you ever touching a needle in your life, you are a big ass conductor. So imagine if your mind is all screwed up. Imagine if you're depressed. Imagine if you're sad. And blood type O's, we definitely have the highest level of depression out of all the blood types. Why? Because, well, the food we eat is this fuck us up. Because blood type O's love sugar. This is not a commercial for you motherfuckers, okay? But we love goddamn sugar. I just finished off this pack. Okay? Sugar, cakes, cookies, chocolate especially is blood type O's fucking, but yet we can't process sugar. You understand? Here's the thing. We love it, but we cannot process it. So what does it do? When you over-consume sugar, it pushes up into the brain. And that causes frustration, anger, depression, anxiety. And it literally squeezes. And so when you're dealing with that energy, that stinking thinking, that energy of depression and frustration and anger that you're feeling is coming from your food. And I'm 100% because I eat by my blood type. And whenever I eat too much sugar, my cakes, my cookies, rice, I don't eat potato anymore. I learned that was definitely one of the demons in my life. Whenever I do that, one, the headaches, migraines, you understand, fucks with my vision a little bit. The next day I'm blurry. You understand? So these are all things that you got to be very, very careful about what you're putting into your body because it's affecting your brain. It doesn't affect our bodies as much as it affects our brain. That affecting our brain keeps you in a state of depression, anger, and fucking stinking thinking. That's what it does. And so you want to be very mindful about the food that you're consuming. And and blood type O, you're the ones that I have to say this to the most because unfortunately we're the most ignorant. There's an ignorance level. I mean, think about it. It's the beef, it's the ox, it's the bull, think about that energy. You understand? Hard-headed motherfuckers. We hard-headed O's. You understand? Hard-headed. I remember I used to, what Trini's called butt. I used to butt everything with my head, which is headbutt, right? But I used to butt everything with my fucking head when I was a kid. Oh my God. Yo. Right? I used to be hitting bang, bang, bang with my head. I will bust your knee out in a heartbeat. And throughout my life, my head was always the thing that I had to pay attention to the most. And that's because of what I was putting in, not realizing it. And so those thoughts aligns with that food. It aligns with that energy. And so you brought so much completion out. So much thoughts came out. So much energy came out in September. Holy shit. That now it's time for you to be a team player and know that you are no longer an island. So you don't have to be isolated. That stinking thinking keeps you isolated because you think nobody understands you and nobody cares about you and nobody loves you. That is not true. People love the fuck out of you. People honor you. They see you. And you got to get out of your own head. You have to get out of your own head and become a team player. And then stop fighting. Just stop fighting yourself and let it go. And when you start to understand and honor yourself and just do yourself right, because, hey, look, you guys got to start doing yourselves right. You cannot keep doing yourselves in this manner and expecting things to flow for you in that way. You understand? But once you do that and you keep up that good work, and for those of you that is changing the thoughts and doing the stuff that you're supposed to do, then good job, because it's going to allow for you the events behind the scenes to allow for things to get smoother. Because blood type O, it's not what you see. Nothing about what you see in front of your face, don't even pay that shit no mind. You as O, you need to work behind the scenes. You have to work with your mind. You have to work with your intuition. What you see in front of you, it's already done. You are a creator and a very powerful one. And not that we all aren't. No, don't get me wrong. But a lot of the innovators are O's. So you got to keep your mind clear so that you can get things right. So in the next 7 days, they want you guys to take an opportunity and just decrease the bullshit. Decrease the stress. Decrease the intake of sugar because it's fucking with your head. And that's potatoes, rice, wheat, pasta. That's bread, cookies. I don't care. Juice, sodas. You need to slow down on the sugar. Okay, just for the next 7 days. And watch how great you feel. This is a big message to me because I've been ODing on the shit. Okay? And no, there's no substitute. No, there's no fucking substitute. No. For all of you guys who ask, so what am I going to substitute the rice with? Nothing. The potato? Nothing. No fucking sweet potato. That's not a substitute. It's not a fucking substitute, okay? Nothing. You can't substitute lack of sugar for sure. There's nothing to substitute it with. Stevia, none of that shit. No. We're not supposed to. Our body don't process sugar. So if you're going to do it in moderation. Moderation. I ain't saying you can't do it at all, because at no point in time, you know what I'm saying? I mean, my God, you're still alive. You're still here. You still want to have some fun. But you cannot do it every day, all day, and expect better results for yourself. You're fucking yourself up. Okay? Stand your ground and don't back down. Stand your ground and don't back down. And then just keep your focus going, because I'm telling you guys, this is going to pay off. For all you guys who are dealing with the mood swings, the headaches, the migraines, is dealing with a lot of this shit, man, all you guys got to do is just stop the sugar for a few days, and you will see just how clear your mind is. You won't be having no more night sweats. You won't be having to wake up to pee. I can literally drink a full big cup of water before I go to bed and wake up the next morning, 6-7 hours later, to pee. You understand? So when your body is going through waking up in the middle of the night all these times, it's because you're putting in too much sugar. And the people that's going to deal with that the worst is blood type O. Period. Everybody else can fuck around with sugar. We cannot. There's no substitute for the shit. That's why it is a no, period. If you're doing it, know that it will affect you. For some people, they get a lot of nausea. All that nausea in your stomach, that's too much sugar. If you find yourself getting cradle cap and you always got dandruff, that's too much yeast, which is too much sugar in your system, especially if you're an O. If you find that you got fungus in your toes, if you find your nails is brittle, and all of that is tied to the shit that you're eating and that your body cannot process it. All right, beautiful O's. So I went a little bit over with y'all because, well, I be trying to spoil us. And as I said, because we have 50% of the population, sometimes I need to slap y'all in the face just a little bit harder than everybody else. Just a smidge harder. But just know that if you can get yourself focused and get yourself right, it will be paying off for you. So whatever you're focused on, good, bad, or ugly, it's going to pay off. Make sure you're focused on the best and only the best. Because, honey, you are the bomb. This fucking fly again. All right. Till next time.